Hello my good people, karibuni back to the channel. Leo as you can see we are not in the showroom. Nataka leo tuangalie the reasons why Japanese cars are usually in very good shape. Ama in other words, gari tuna import from Japan are always in very good conditions. So there are a number of things that usually contribute to that, and majorly it is because of the standards and laws zenye ziko in Japan and some many other factors that contributes to their cars being sold as second-use cars, but at the same time these cars are in very good shape or in very good condition. So we know that Kenya mostly gari zetu huwa tunachukua from Japan, and hizi gari zikitoka Japan zikikuja Kenya we usually consider them as new cars. Msee kinunua gari hapo utasikia mtu amekuuliza, oh, umenunua locally used ama umenunua mpya? And msee akisema nimenunua gari mpya, it is not necessarily a zero mileage car. Gari mpya in Kenya inamaanisha ni gari yenye umenunua maju, ama hizi gari zimekuwa imported from Japan, umekuja umenunua kwa showroom. Yeah, because it gets a new number plate, even though the reason why Kenyans would naita new cars, but in the real sense we know these cars have been used in a foreign country. So the major thing why Kenyans import or Kenya decided to import its used cars from Japan, or most African countries import their used cars from Japan, this is because garis of Japan are always in very very good shape, unlike cars from other countries. For example, kununua gari from UK, you're supposed to check for rusting. Unajua UK mostly their cars they are eaten by rust because during winter when there is snow, the UK government usually use salt to melt the snow, which in some case the salt, when it comes in contact with the metals in the cars, the under section of the car, it tends to accelerate ile corrosion ama rusting of the vehicle. But in Japan, Japanese don't use salt to melt snow during winter, which means they don't get this risk of corrosion by rust that is caused by salt. So let us jump into the first reason why. So these are very stringent laws in Japan that requires all car buyers to inspect their cars after maybe 1 or 2 years after a purchase of the car. Let us look at the first point. The first point is stringent laws. That is, Japan's vehicle inspection system, known as the Shaken Law, requires cars to undergo rigorous inspection every 2 or 3 years after purchase of the vehicle. So these inspections check for safety, emission standards, and overall condition of the car. The cost of these inspections and associated repairs can be quite high. This encourages owners to keep their vehicles in excellent condition so that they pass these tests. What we know is that these inspections, they usually cost a lot of money, and most people in Japan usually tend to avoid this by selling their cars after use, maybe after using for 1 to 2 years. They prefer to sell them unlike taking them through this test. And if they have to make sure that their cars are in very good condition. They usually maintain them so that ikienda hizo inspection they have no issues, so that they can pass the inspection easily. This will reduce ile cost yenye watakuwa charged because of these inspections. Another point, we all know huwa wanasema cars from Japan are very much reliable. We have different companies like Toyota. Toyota has a very good reputation with their cars. Honda nowadays are coming up, and Mazda pia. Mazda wako na gari nzuri, I can say that. And then we have these companies like Nissan and Mitsubishi. They are all trying, and also we have Isuzu. Now, another reason why Japanese cars are always in good condition, even though they've been used for some time, is high quality manufacturing. Japanese automakers like Toyota, Honda, and Subaru have a reputation for producing reliable and durable vehicles. That we can all agree, especially Toyota. They invest heavily in quality control and use high quality materials, which mean their cars are built to last. For example, tukiangalia gari kama Hilux, I believe you've watched some video somewhere, somebody was trying to destroy a Hilux, and they tried a number of things, kuzipitisha kwa bush, mpaka by the end of the day they threw it off. Walibeba na helicopter to some height, then they dropped it, and eventually it died. But hizi functions zingine, kupeleka kwa marshland, kubeba mawe sijui heavy kiasi gani, Toyota lasted the Toyota Hilux lasted for a very long time. It beats all odds, and eventually they came to realize that Hilux is a good vehicle, and of course the manufacturer of Toyota Hilux is Toyota. So in general, Japanese companies usually make good cars, reliable cars, and they always put in mind that when these cars get out there, they could be used for different purposes. So they put in quality materials to ensure they last for a very good while. Another reason, technological advancement. Japan, of course, is a third world country, so they have a lot of softwares to check on a number of things. Technology to them also is hapa na hapa. When new technology arrives, they are with it. So in the technology advancement, it says Japan is a leader in automotive technology, continuously innovating to produce more efficient, safer and higher performing vehicles. Tunaweza angalia Toyota, every time produce gari zao utapata iko na new technology hapo kwa engine, kama hizo the BVTI and Valvematic, hizo technologies that help in fuel conservation. Features like advanced engine technology, hybrid systems and cutting edge safety features contribute to the overall longevity and reliability of Japanese cars. Hybrids za Honda, hybrids za Toyota are very reliable. Hao tunafanya research mingi sana before they introduce new things to their cars. Watakuwa wamefanya research to make sure that they're introducing something that is worthwhile. Now, unlike some other companies that are trying, I don't know, these electric or electrifying their cars. Toyota, when it comes to making their car full electric vehicles, I think to them bado wamesema they'll not do it until later. Some other companies, the British and the American companies, are jumping into EVs, but Toyota and Japanese vehicles, they decided no, we'll try maybe mild hybrid and all that. So Toyota's put in mind that not everybody wants these electric vehicles because they know the challenges that comes with them. So with the advanced technology, Japanese cars usually give you what they think is the best for you guys. Another thing, low mileage. Unasikia huko Kenya mtu akitaka kununua gari, msai kwambia nitafute gari, atakwambia nitafute gari lakini kwa low mileage. This is because they know actually there are some cars yenye, it's very true, there are some cars yenye huwa ukiingia kwa showroom, some ziko na low mileage, hata unapata zingine ziko na 15,000, 10,000 kilometers mileage, na kuna zile pia ziko na highest mileage up to almost 200 ama 300. Hata in some I've seen the highest car with 271,000 kilometers mileage, na gari tu ina run vizuri. These cars, as long as you maintain them, you do frequent servicing as per the routine, ufanye tu servicing vizuri, ufuate hizo the set standards, your cars will last for long. So they are saying the efficient and extensive public transport network in Japan means that many people rely on trains and buses for their daily commute. As a result, personal vehicles often have lower mileage compared to cars in other countries, contributing to their better condition when sold as used cars. We've known that China, Japan and these countries are Asia. Usually they prefer these public transportation by train, which is fast. Kuna bullet trains, so most people ukitaka kutravel haraka over long distances, they would always go for the bullet trains and leave their cars at home. So they usually use their cars for easy transport from home, maybe to the office, from home to school, and because at times you just need a vehicle, so your country produces vehicles, they are cheaper there, so mtu ananunua gari even though they know they won't need it for kama sisi Kenya, kama unataka kwenda mbali ama you want peace of mind, unajinunulia gari yako. But in Japan, public transport iko sawa, watu huwa wanatembea, people wanapenda kufanya exercise, so they prefer even to ride their bikes to work. But here most of us usually rely on public transport ama personal vehicles, which tend to increase the mileage of our cars. But to them, kwa sababu kuna alternative means of transportation, inamaanisha some of their cars will always remain as low mileage. So inasema we've already seen that it's because of the efficient and extensive public transport in Japan will always mean their cars will always have low mileage, and it is a good thing kwa sababu hapa Kenya ukiletewa gari unapata ikiwa very low mileage, very good car, which is a good thing, hapo utakuwa umeambiwa umeangukia. Let us look at point number 5. We have frequent upgrades. Japanese consumers often prefer to drive the latest car models and are quick to upgrade to newer vehicles. This cultural tendency leads to a higher turnover of relatively new and well-maintained cars in the used car market. Imagine your country is making cars and it is not even one company, it's almost 5 or 6. Kuna Toyota, we have Subaru, we have Nissan, we have Mitsubishi, we have Isuzu, we have Daihatsu, kuna Lexus and so forth. So there is nyingi sana. The availability of new cars in Japan is like going to the supermarket and get something that you want. So kama msee uko na gari umenunua umekana for 2 or 3 years, new model imetokea, it's cheap, so it's easy to get rid of the car yenye umetumia and get yourself a new car model. At times kuna zile trade-in, I believe, I understand in Japan there is a trade-in deals where you take your car back to the manufacturer, they exchange for you with another car and then you top up pesa kidogo, just the way we do it in our showroom. Unaleta gari yako, they give you a new car but you add something on top. Yeah, that means that if you use your car for 2 years, that's not a lot of mileage that you'll put in these cars, maybe 20 to 30,000 kilometers, and that is if kama unaendesha hiyo gari sana ama kama unaitegemea sana. So that's why we usually get these cars in good condition because hazijatumika sana, and then mtu anatumia kidogo, haijaharibika, nothing has gone wrong, they send it or sell it to the auctioneers wanazichukua and they sell it to us. So usually these cars come in very good conditions. Another thing, point number 6, is climatic conditions. Japan's climate, particularly in regions without severe weather conditions, helps preserve the condition of the vehicle. For example, areas without harsh winters or extreme temperatures are less likely to cause wear and tear on their cars. Now, kuna hizi gari za countries zingine, let's say for example UK, I'd say UK when we were starting this video. During winter or during these harsh weather conditions, you get the snow buildup. So in UK, they use salt to melt the snow. And when these salts, gari zikipita hapo, when those salts come in contact with the underbody of the car or the lower sections of the car, this salt usually accelerate the rusting of the metallic parts of the vehicle. Now in Japan, their laws does not allow them to use salt to melt snow. Kuna zile technology, I don't know, they put what under the roads, some heating systems, so that when there's buildup of snow, the heating system go on and of course the water or the snow will melt away. So to them there is no risk of corroding their cars because of the salt being used on the roads. Another good thing, this is the biggest factor here, is that the cultural factors, or the cultural the culture yao tu, in short. Japanese culture places a high emphasis on cleanliness and meticulous care of belongings. Car owners often take good pride in maintaining their vehicles, ensuring they are clean, well serviced, and free from damage. I believe you've seen from videos of other countries like Japan, Korea, and what. Everything is clean. Barabara zao ziko safi, the environment is clean, watu wenyewe wako tu wasafi, like people maintain their stuff in very very good shape. Usafi huko ni top notch. So of course kama environment iko clean, manyumba zao ziko clean, because gari it's part of their life, they'll have to always clean their cars. Huku kwetu kijaribu kucompare a new car and a local used car, utaona tu maajabu. Local used cars utajua tu by the first look that hii gari imetumika. And I'm not saying all used cars in Kenya are usually in bad condition. I've seen used cars that looks a little bit clean, but let us not blame ourselves, because the one major thing that is contributing to the way our cars look like is because of the roads. Barabara ziko vibaya. Most of our roads also are all weather roads, so unaenda kwa tama kuruduka mwenda ushago huko mahali barabara haitambui gari, unapata there is a lot of dust, the road are bumpy, so we tend to have breakages with the suspensions and all those things. So it's majorly the road conditions za huku that spoils our cars. So to them, hawana issues kama hiyo. The roads are in very good shape, everything is there, their cars are always in good condition, so everybody keep their cars in good condition. So, by maintaining high standards in manufacturing, regulatory inspection, and personal care, Japanese cars are often in better shape and more reliable than those from other countries. So these factors collectively contribute to the reputation of Japanese cars, of used Japanese cars, for being in excellent condition. And you can all agree that each and every time unakuja kwa showroom kuangalia gari, you always wonder, mbona hizo gari zimetumika majuu huwa ziko safi? And to some point, some Kenyans hata wajui hizi gari huwa tunachukua from majuu kama ni gari zimetumika, kwa sababu mtu atakwambia nataka gari from Japan, is it zero mileage? Naambia bro, hapa getting a zero mileage unless you import from the manufacturer yourself, ama import from the manufacturer. But most of these cars that we sell are usually used. Auctioneers wanazichukua, they do rigorous cleaning, wanafanya a number of things so that by the time they bring it to you guys, the cars are in very good condition. So if you agree with me guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more. We'll be doing more of these videos because of late sijakuwa kwa showroom sana. I've been doing some things. So I hope I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.